This podcast is intended for adults 18 years and older. It contains explicit language and sexual situations. All thoughts and opinions expressed are of our own and not of those of any specific group, employer, or individual, and is not intended to take as professional advice.
Welcome to the Foreplay Podcast. Join the journey, experiences, and sexual adventures of two high school sweethearts navigating through the swinging lifestyle as millennials. Come along for the ride. Dare to play?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Foreplay Podcast. This is Bella.
This is Jase.
Today's episode is a listener's hot takes episode. So this is where it's a listener submissions, and if you want to submit your hot takes, you can do so at foreplay.com/share. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com/share. And we read your hot takes and give you our 2 cents, our opinion on your hot takes.
And a hot take is, and tell me if I'm not saying exactly right here, but how I would describe a hot take is an opinion on something that's maybe a little bit more controversial. So it's not like no one's going to agree with you, but, there's some things that it's just like, I don't know, drinking water is good for you. That's everyone's going to agree with that, right? So this is something that maybe everyone's not going to agree with, but there's like validity to it and you have like a reasoning behind that.
It's basically an unpopular opinion, I think, is a good way to explain it.
Or even like a moderately popular opinion.
Yeah.
Less popular than more popular opinion.
Yes. Something that most people probably wouldn't agree with you. So yeah, just a controversial opinion on something in the lifestyle.
Yeah. So and that's foreplay.com/share. If we did not say where to send that, it's number 4, OURPLAY.com/share. We also do another segment where we do listener story times, confessions, things like that. So if you guys also want to, fantasies, if you guys also want to send some sexy story times or maybe how you got started or this really great story you have or a fantasy you've always wanted, we also take those and we do different podcasts. But I believe this is actually our first Hot Takes podcast we have ever done.
Like a listener one?
A listener.
Oh,
We've done our own hot takes before, which we've done at least a couple of those. But this is our first listener hot takes one that we've ever done, I'm pretty sure. And so I'm very excited to see what you guys have to say.
So name, I'm going to say A because they put their name. I'm not sure if they want me to use it, so I'm going to go with A. Story time or confession. My hot take. But firstly, I love y'all's content, especially the game. It's created plenty of amazing nights for my wife and I. Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm so glad that the Foreplay podcast or the Foreplay game has been able to spice up some nights or some days.
Spice up your life.
Yeah.
Like the Spice Girls.
Of the world,
spice up your life.
Every swinger out there, spice up your life.
Nailed it. I love that.
My hot take, and this is just my opinion, and I'm speaking in general, is that the lifestyle caters to the party atmosphere and that a lot of swinger places, clubs, resorts, and etc. miss a demographic of people who aren't really party people and just like to talk, play games in a more chill, intimate, and relaxed environment. For example, if I'm at a lifestyle resort, I'm down for the Temptation Resort party vibe. But for a couple days, but my meter gets drained quickly, lol. And sometimes it's just nice to have more of a Desire RM-like vibe where you have places to talk and have a more intimate conversations with a smaller group. I'm not sure if they have swinger lounges or even restaurants, but either of those would be something special. Keep doing the good work of combating the stigma of swinging. Hope to meet y'all one day. A.
I like this one.
Yeah, that's a great hot take.
I do think that it's probably the minority. So I think most people probably do like that party atmosphere. I think that party atmosphere a lot of time leads to that sexiness and like the dancing and all that stuff. But I have said for years, which Bliss Cruise actually did, which I'm very thankful for, is I was like, would it be really nice to have a place that's a little bit more quiet where you can talk, have conversations? And they do a thing on Bliss Cruise now where they open up, generates the library, then they have like a conversation hour. And they do that every single day. And I'll walk by there.
I don't even know if it's an hour, if it's just called like the conversation lounge.
They have it on listed where it's like certain times.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's to promote people to go there together. But I know lots of time I will see people sitting there having conversations because sometimes it's so hard to connect when it's loud and you can't talk and you can't hear and you're yelling over everybody. So I think that that's a really awesome idea to have at least areas set aside in places for that.
Yeah, that's what I love about the cruises is because there are so many different areas that you could go to have more quiet conversations. When it comes to clubs, I agree with them. It's just like, it's just always party, party, party. And unless you go outside, and a lot of the times it's like the smoking area, which isn't, great for everybody. Having a quiet area for you to just be able to lounge, I think it would be a great idea.
But I also get it because I do think a lot of people, like I said, really want that party atmosphere. So I see why if a large majority of people, like it's like the thing with music, right? I think a lot of people like the EDM, so that's why they do the most EDM.
Yeah.
So it's you can't please everybody. So I feel like you have to go to what the majority of people want. I think most people want that party. But it'd be cool if they were able to create, even more segmented things where they had, or times where you could go here, which is a little bit more quiet, or this or this. But I agree with you. That's where I think something that's so nice about a cruise plays in, is because it's so large, you really can accommodate everything. But like Temptation Resort, for example, there's really nowhere for it to be. I guess they do have the quiet pool, but no one really goes to it.
That's true. Yeah, and that's like another thing too. I think it's difficult for places to have that or host that because it's not where everybody goes, so it would just be a smaller amount of people. And so that's when you kind of have to take it into your own hands and like do like a board game night or like plan it yourselves. Because whenever we do Airbnbs with our friends, it's definitely chill. Mm-hmm. More chill, more quiet. And like sometimes we'll do more of like the party at night, but even then it's definitely nothing like a club.
How cool would it be if there was, like they said, like a swinger lounge where they served cocktails and it looked like a normal restaurant, but you had like a speakeasy that you could go through a curtain and then the back opened into like a smaller dance floor and like a play room area, but the front was more like a lounge restaurant.
Isn't that kind of like, I mean, we haven't been there before, but is the one in Salt Lake like that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've heard Sanctuary's awesome, but I don't know exactly what the layout is. But the idea of that does sound really cool to me. Like where you could go, you could get drinks, you could mingle, you could sit, you could talk. And then if it kind of carried into that way, like you have more places you can go dance, you can flirt, you can use the playrooms. Like, now I don't know what the legality is of having a restaurant with I don't know how that works, but the idea of that does sound really cool to me.
Yeah. Great take. Next one is Puff. From Puff. I'm saying story time or confession because that's how the form is formatted. Okay. Hey Jase, hey Bella. Just finished your newest Hot Takes episode and thought I'd share mine. My hot take is that there are way more men who are bisexual or sexually flexible in the bedroom than perceived or admitted, especially in E&M relationships. I say this because when I'm approached by a couple, regardless of setting, even with this discussion being the female partner is meant to be the main focus, about 75% of the time the male partner, either during or immediately following, expressed curiosity and or wanting to play with me specifically one-on-one. Situations may include the female partner being in the room, taking a water break, etc. Each time they have, either at a later play session or through the grapevine, I learn it's become a consistent thing for that group/couple. So yeah, I think there's way more bi men out there than people or even themselves know. Signed, Puff the Swingers Dragon. Oh, I like that. Are you a dragon? Oh, you're a dragon because you're a bi guy. I love that. That's what they're called.
I didn't even get that until you just said it. That's really cute. This is a topic that I feel like people have asked us about it a lot. It's one of those things where I feel very difficult to say too much because I'm not a bi male, but I do think there's definitely validity to this. I know that we have met people that have said there's just such a stigma. It's hard to be a bi male in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so
sadly, it doesn't make any sense because we are supposed to be an open community who accepts, all different types of people and relationships and stuff. So I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. And so I don't get, especially when you see, I feel like we've talked about this too, but it feels like there's this stigma against bi males. And then sometimes it almost feels like it's not actually expected, but there's this almost thing of like most females are bi, like, and it's not expected, but you hear that so much. And it shouldn't be, right? You should just be able to be whatever you are, and that's great.
Yeah, and the double standard is so stupid. So it's sexy to be a bi woman, but it's disgusting to be a bi man. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense at all. And I think that it's just sad because, I mean, if you if you're bi, I love the idea of being able to explore that. And we had our first experience, which the story time hasn't come out yet, but it was an experience where there was 6 of us and everyone was bi except me.
Yeah.
But there was 2 bi males. You had so much fun.
God, it was so hot. Oh my God. Literally, like, I was like sucking this guy's cock with another guy, and it was amazing. Like, I still have no words. I wish you were bi so bad. I know you wish you were bi too, but it is something we hear all the time from bi guys. The bi guys, they all say the same thing.
But you know what I do love? They're changing up a lot of things, and I'm going back to like a Bliss cruise here, for example. But Bliss is doing bi only dinners. Where like
Yes.
everyone, like you, male and female, are both bi to connect. They have like bi meetups that open to bi playtimes. Like they're trying to do stuff more for bi males to be able to feel like they can go to that and experience that. But I have heard that we have friends who are bi males, and I have heard the same exact thing that he is saying,
Yeah.
where that we have experience with these people, but like they're not really out about it. But I am, or whatever it is. And so I definitely think, I said, there's a lot of validity, and I hope that with time, places keep doing more stuff for bi everybody, right?
Yeah.
And I hope to see more of that, and one day maybe people can feel like they can even be more themselves, because it is sad in a space that we're supposed to be open, and we're already this outlier. To create more outliers in that, I hate.
Yeah.
And so hopefully it opens up more. But thank you, Puff. I love that name too, like you said.
Here's my hot take. Curious to what you guys think. I think that playing with vanilla people or couples and seeking them out is more sexy than swapping with established swingers. Ooh. There's something about someone who's never done it before and being able to introduce them to this awesome lifestyle. And to me, it doesn't matter if it's someone you just met or friends that you've had for years. Swinging with non-swingers is the most fun. B.
That is hot. That is steaming hot. That is a hot
no,
take.
hot as in a hot take.
Yeah, like that is
Yeah.
controversial. That's what I mean by that. It's controversial. This one, I don't know if I can really agree with wholeheartedly. I do like the idea where you said it's awesome to be able to introduce people to this amazing lifestyle. So if there was a couple, like we've met people who are that are vanilla, but like maybe they're interested. I feel like something like that, I can see like, okay, you're not really a swinger, you are vanilla, but you're kind of interested. I can see there being a sexiness to that and kind of being able to introduce someone to the lifestyle. But going and seeking out like vanilla people to try to have experiences with, that one's not for me. That one I personally don't find appealing.
Yeah. It's, to me, I think the fun of it is being with people who are swingers, who know what's the whole lifestyle is about, and who's in the community and has had the conversations with their partner. And I mean, when we're saying vanilla, I would think that they don't really know much about swinging at all. And I can see the idea of it being hot, but it's just more, I guess, spontaneous in that sense.
I see that.
I mean, our very first experience, technically, we were all vanilla.
Everyone's vanilla at some
Yeah,
point, right?
yeah,
Like you have to
so-
somehow get started.
So I think the caveat to that is if they're open. Like, I think that finding a couple who is not interested in this at all and then trying to convert them, that is touchy to me. I think it's very, very hot take, but I can see a swirl couple, like a couple who's not really, like couples who will go and they'll go, the idea of temptation resort sounds fun to them, or going on an adults only vacation, or couples that are into skinny dipping or wood skinny dip, or what's it called whenever you go streaking, like when you like run.
Yeah. Or we've had friends this was more, I guess, specifically single girls that we were friends with that knew we were in the lifestyle that were like, I just want to know what the lifestyle club is like. Like, I'm curious in that dynamic. So I think that's where the line is for me. I think that there is, like, people, you said there may be that twist or swirl that are personally seeking it out, or maybe you tell them and that sparked interest in their relationship and they've talked about it and now they're considering it. But trying to find people who are not and just converting them, that to me is not my preference. To each their own, but not my personal preference.
The last hot take is
This podcast is brought to you by us, Bella and Jase. If you're going on a vacation or maybe you have a gift that you want to give your other lifestyle friends and you're looking for lifestyle clothing, we have the best apparel on the market for you. We have not only clothing, bikinis, swimsuits, we have backpacks, tumblers, cups, anything that you can name, we probably have it. You can find that at foreplay.com/shop.
Let's say you're at a party, you're going on vacation, things are moving a little bit slow. Maybe you want some conversation to flow. Maybe you want to move stuff towards play. Well, we have the perfect game for you. It's called Foreplay the Game. It is a digital and physical lifestyle icebreaker game, and you can find out all about it at foreplay.com/games. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com/games.
If you don't have a lifestyle vacation planned, a resort or a cruise planned, why not? You can join us. You can find that at foreplay.com/playcation. We have not only information about the events and trips that we'll be on this year, but also other options for you as well. And it doesn't cost any extra for you to book through our links, but helps us a lot, helps us continue to be able to make this type of content for you. Now back to the show.
Before we get to our hot take, we just wanted to really quickly say thank you guys so much for your content. It's helped us so much in our journey. We've shared it with multiple friends who feel the same. So just know that what you're doing really makes a difference. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I was able to help. So here's our hot take. We're a soft swap couple, and we think that all play styles are not exactly treated equally. Here's what we mean. We feel like we're stuck in the middle. It's so easy to be like, yeah, we don't swap at all. We're just here to have a fun time together, or on the complete opposite side, to be a full swap couple. We're able to have great experiences, but we don't meet that many soft swap only couples. And we've had times when we were really vibing with a couple, but when it came down to it, they weren't really into quotations only a soft swap. So at times it just feels limiting. We've talked about doing a full swap at some point, but for the foreseeable future, we're sticking to soft swap. Anyway, that's a hot take, and that it's much easier to be full swap than soft swap. Thanks again, J and L. That is a very valid take. I
agree.
Can definitely see where you're coming from. And honestly, even like as a couple we are a full swap couple, when we're really into a couple and they are not a full swap couple, sometimes we're a little hesitant to move to play. So you definitely have some validity there. But I think that it just comes down to just preferences, right? I will say we've met tons of couples in the lifestyle who are only soft swap, and lots of couples who are full swap, but they also do. Not saying that we don't soft swap, but if we're going to have a play experience, we would prefer it to be
I feel like
swap.
we more seek out soft swap or full swaps, but just like we seek out couples more than singles. Like I think it's all
it's
that
a
where
preference.
it's a preference, and I also. I definitely see where you're coming from, because I can feel like, okay, it does feel like that middle of the road, because I feel like it would be much easier to be like, oh yeah, well, boys don't play, or yeah, we're down to like do whatever. And so
Well, not whatever, but all the way up to full swap. Yeah.
The one good thing I think about the lifestyle though is wherever you land on wherever you guys are as a couple, you're going to be able to enjoy the event. No one's going to judge you for that. No one's going to be like, well, we can't be friends with you because you're soft swap. Maybe,
or like, oh, they're only a soft swap.
Yeah, we're not going to
stay
hang
away
out.
from them. Yeah, like that's not it.
That's not a thing. Maybe there is people that would only want to have full swaps. But I said, once again, that's a preference. Like, you're allowed to. There's people that only want to play with single people, or they only want a third, right? You can like whatever you want. So it could be limiting in that sense for sure. And it's valid on the people's side who don't want to, in quotations, only soft swap. Like, I think that's a valid thing too, if that's your preference.
Yeah, because if your preference is, hey, well, we only soft swap, then it's okay for a couple's preference to be more full swap.
So for us, for example, from like this perspective of a full swap couple, and especially because for us personally, most of the time we have experiences, it's on lifestyle vacations. When you're in these limited number of days and you're meeting a bunch of different people, I think that you're going to want to spend your time seeking out what your preference is.
Yeah.
Right? So for us personally, being a couple who likes full swapping the most, that is probably what we are going to seek out the most. That's probably honestly where the connections that are going to grow the strongest are, is there's a chance anyway that those people are also full swap because we're talking about those things, like we're having those conversations. We would definitely soft swap with a couple if the connection is there and this and everything, you know, is lining up and we're like really into each other. Sure, but at the end of the day, our preference is a full swap, so we're probably going to continue those conversations more and more, if that makes sense with what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it also tends to be that the couples who are also full, like the couples who have the same preference as us, we tend to have a bit of a better connection in there anyway. So you're going to, like what Jase was saying, like spend the most time connecting with the people who you have shared preferences with, and that connection is able to kind of become deeper and from our experience. And so I don't know if there's the, I guess, conversation of, do full swap couples not like to play with only soft swap couples because of the experience? I can see how that can also come into play as well. That's not something that we personally experience for us. So we have had soft swap experiences with couples who are only soft swap, but our connection was really tight there. It just doesn't happen as often for us that couples who are soft swap have a stronger connection. Like we don't have a lot of the times as strong as a connection with them as we would with a couple who is full swap. But maybe that does come into experience as well, and it just so happens to be that. But I wouldn't say that it's because of the experience
Also,
level.
you just meet a lot more full swap couples. I feel like,
That's true,
like they
yeah.
said, like we don't meet as many soft swap couples. I know soft swap couples, but I know 50 times more full swap couples.
And it's
So you spend more
experience
time
level then,
around,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, a
So
lot
you
of the
spend
time.
more time around full swap couples. So the chances are we're gonna have more full swaps than soft swaps. And just because, I mean, you meet more people. Most people, when you full swap during an experience, two full swap couples generally don't soft swap. They generally full swap.
Yeah, there's soft swap that happens in it.
During, but
yeah, it's
normally-
like when you're full swap doesn't mean that you only full swap and you never do oral ever. It
Yeah.
just is like that's like the most that you do.
Yeah, but you also typically, I wouldn't say that I've typically seen where two full swap couples went and just soft swapped.
Yeah.
Generally, I feel like if two full swap couples go to a room together to fuck, they're probably gonna fuck and not soft swap
Only. Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of things that just go into that. But I think the biggest thing to know is I agree with what you're saying. I'm sure it is limiting in the amount of experiences you can have to an extent, but I see it from all sides where, like Bella said, if you prefer soft swap, you should be able to prefer full swap. Like it's just preference. That's like what's cool about the lifestyle. But the good thing is you can go, you can make friends. People are not going to not want to hang out with you because you're soft swap. Like it's nothing like that. You're going to have an amazing time whether you do nothing at all. If you're voyeurs and you're with your own partner or your exhibitionist, whatever it is, you're going to have an amazing time in the lifestyle. You're going to be accepted. You're going to be welcomed. But of course, having even the sense of, right, having more limiting boundaries in a sense is going to limit the amount of experiences you have.
Yeah, we have friends or we've met couples who have a no kissing rule, and that's completely okay if that's like your boundary, but then it might limit the amount of people who need that to feel that connection.
Yeah.
And
that's not wrong on either side.
yeah.
You should be able to not kiss because it feels too intimate, but if someone needs the kissing to feel that connection, both sides of that are valid.
Yeah.
So both, I guess, in a sense, are limiting, right? The couple who needs to kiss someone is limiting themselves in some way of an experience, just like the people who will not kiss someone are limiting themselves in some way. And that's what every single thing is you're going to limit yourself. I mean, we're not anal people, right? We're limiting ourselves. I'm sure there's people that would want to do anal. Like it's all going to be limiting to some capacity.
To some extent. But that was amazing hot takes. That was a very, and I think that it really opens some interesting conversations, and hopefully it opens some conversations with you and your partner, or maybe just you and your internal dialogue, and thinking of like, hey, what do I think about this? Like, how does this make me feel?
And it's fun to talk with your partner about. Like maybe you listen to this with your you're listening to it while you're driving to work and you're like, hey, I've never thought about that. You can go and have this conversation with your partner and see what you guys think.
Yeah.
I think that's really fun. So please send us more of these. The hot takes ones are super fun. Just like the confession ones are super fun. The hot takes are I like how some are like so much more polarizing too than others. Like I think it's just really interesting and unique and fun to talk about. So please, fourplay.com/share, the number 4OURPLAY.com/share. Send in your hot takes, send in your submissions, send in it all, and we will talk about it on our podcast. And it's very fun. So thank you guys for all that sent in those hot takes. We really do appreciate it. But let's go ahead and jump into Bella and Jase's weekly obsessions.
You go first.
Oh, okay, that was quick. I will go first. So I have two. One is last night we watched. So Vanity Fair does these lie detector tests,
Oh my gosh.
and
yeah.
Lisa from Blackpink was Lisa was on the lie detector test. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever seen in my entire life.
She
is
is
one of the cutest
human beings in the world.
Like
for real.
she's so cute and funny, but she's so beautiful and just like, but she's sexy. Like when she dances, I love Lisa, but her personality is so good. And like every video that you really watch with her, you see her personality, but this lie detector test, you can really just see her personality so well. And it's so funny. And I'm just obsessed.
She's so animated.
Mm-hmm.
She's like a Disney princess, like a Pixar Disney princess who would like almost in like Hoppers, like if you turn into an animal or something, but she's also a princess. She's adorable. I just love her so much. And then her Hot Ones video is so funny too. She's just so funny and cute.
Yeah, I would love if like Disney or Pixar ever did a princess that was Thai and based it off of her.
Yeah.
It's like perfect. She's like a princess. And so that is one is Lisa all the time. I love Lisa, but specifically the Vanity Fair lie detector test. I just had so much fun with it. I just keep thinking about it. My other one is, so most of our home stuff, Bella is better at designing. And you know how I feel like you've always had so many ideas of things you wanted in a home, right? You've always wanted this, and this. I've never wanted as many things, but the one thing I've always really specifically wanted was I wanted a gym. I've always wanted a gym that I can go outdoors, and so I wanted like an indoor-outdoor gym area. My always preference was if I had infinity money, I would do like a pool house that I would have converted into a gym. I do not have infinity money. And so I guess infinite money is really the word there. So I've always said, since we have one car between the two of us, I wanted to build a gym in the other half of our garage, and that is now complete. And I got a workout bench, we have some weights, we have a machine, and it's called what's it called, the F23. I'll link it down below what the actual gym thing we got is, like the F23 Fitness.
I know the brand is Major Fitness.
Major Fitness F23, I think is what it's called, but it is essentially a steel contraption that you can do. It's a cable machine that you can, do also pull-ups and bench press and everything else. You can kind of use that for that. And then we have weight plates you can put on so you can use the cable machine. And then you also got a punching bag, which you've always wanted. We put down nice flooring, and
we just need mirrors and then it'll be done. Mirrors and some lighting behind the mirrors. I would love to do that, but it's almost done.
Yeah, but it's now fully functional, and it's always been my biggest dream just to be able to wake up in the morning and work out immediately in my own house. I always open the garage door so I can walk out and I can get like sun on me in the morning. I can feel the breeze coming in, but then I'm covered on the inside of the garage, and it's an absolute dream. And I love so much everything about our house. I was sitting like yesterday working out, and it's been like a week that it's been finished. I was just like, I am so grateful. I am so thankful that I had this in my house, and it is one of my favorite things I feel like ever is having that home gym. And so that's my other obsession. What are yours?
My first obsession is a home one as well. We opted to not get any cabinet hardware so pulls and knobs, any of that, whenever we built the house, because the options that they had we didn't love, and it was pretty pricey to have them put them in. And I saw tutorials that it didn't look very hard to do your own cabinet hardware. So we just put those in yesterday in the kitchen, and it completely changed the whole vibe of it. So
Plus just the usability of being able to actually
the functionality of it, like we were struggling having to open it up from the sides. And
because they're pretty big drawers, and so like they take quite a bit of force to get open. So doing it by like grabbing it with your fingertips, I feel like I could probably climb rocks. Like my fingertip strength was so good.
And we didn't have any in our bathroom, and so we went through the last 2 days and we put the hardware in. So in our bathrooms it's black, and then in the kitchen we opted for a brassy color. It's I believe champagne bronze is the color that I've been seeing. So it's not quite gold. I've also heard old gold. It's not like, because it's, when you think of gold, sometimes it's that metallic-y looking gold.
Yeah,
so it's definitely like more of a, I don't know if dull is the word, but champagne bronze. I got them on Amazon, so we'll link the ones that we personally got and used. And we've done everything ourselves in the house when it comes to, like, we're gonna add arches. We just hung up our
We have curtains. We
did the whole gym. So we've done a lot of.
We built everything.
Yeah, all of the furniture. I don't know if it's really home improvement. We've just been doing a lot of things around the home, and
maybe you built like your craft wall.
Yeah.
We mounted our TVs. Like, we've just been spending a lot of time doing everything to make our house look like what we want it to.
And it feels very fulfilling to see it all come together.
And to not do it poorly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We were looking around. We were like, I swear we could have done this at least the same, if not better, than what the builder grade quality was. So we're doing this. I'm like, wow, we really can do anything we want to do. Because Jase like drove the whole 26-foot truck down here. We did all the moving ourselves. Like, we haven't had any help or hiring at all. And so I'm really proud of us that we were able to do all this. And it just puts into perspective of, like, you know what, we really can do whatever we want to do. Like, we could ask for help, we could hire, but like, why if we could do it?
And I like the fulfillment of it, like looking at those cabinet pulls, like knowing that we did that, or looking at I don't know, even like the facts. I mean, I'm sure most people probably choose their own furniture, but I know there's also people that like hire stylists, or I don't know, whatever you call us, people that like stagers or whatever it is.
Or
like,
interior designers.
I love like seeing all the stuff that you picked out, like personally, that we got to build, and like it's fun that we got to build that. And now every time I sit there, I'm like, we made it, And like, I know most people do that, but we've never got to do it to the scale before, and it feels very fulfilling, and it makes it feel more of like our home, because we got to, like, even like mowing the lawn. Like, I grew up mowing lawns. Like, that's what I did for work in the summer, was mowing lawns. But being able to do my own lawn for the first time, it feels so different, and it's very fulfilling, like you said. So
we did think about doing our own fence, and we're like, nope, absolutely not.
I still think we could, though.
I think we could as well, but like this, we know where our limit's at. If we could do a vinyl fence, I think we could do that, but I don't know about the whole wooden fence with the steel post.
I think we could, but I think it's better for us.
I don't know. I don't know.
That one's I think at least the edge of my limits. But I think if we push ourselves hard, I think we could do it.
Yeah, like, I think anything we put our mind to, we could do, but I don't want to deal with any of if we do it wrong. Same with like electrical stuff. That's kind of stuff I don't want to mess with either. But I think we could if we really wanted to. My other obsession is, I guess it's another home thing. Oh man, I hope that people aren't getting tired of hearing about home stuff, but I guess when that's all your life has been for the last like 2 months.
I did Lisa on Vanity Fair.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not home.
This one, it doesn't have to do with our home, but it's as I was looking for interior decoration kind of stuff, I came across this YouTube channel called Studio McGee, MCGEE, and I want more YouTube channels like this. But she is I don't know if she's only an interior decorator, but she kind of does what Chip and Joanna do, but she doesn't do any construction or anything.
She's like a stager?
Yeah, she stages, but she also designs homes and stuff. But I don't think it's only interiors. Like, she does design, but she's not an architect. Anyways, I don't know. But I love their channel. And I think she was on Extreme Dream Home Makeover on Netflix, which I've never seen. Maybe I just need to go watch that. But I love that it's a YouTube channel. And I really like their style. It's I guess like timeless, so a little bit of organic modern. I've liked watching the tours, and I really like watching just her life too. She'll do these little vlogs, and so oh, and then Parade of Homes is something that just happened here in Oklahoma, and I thought that it was I thought it was just an Oklahoma thing, but then Jay said that there was a Parade of Homes that just happened in Utah, and I was like, oh, is it a national thing? And so I think a lot of states do it. It's something with the Home Builders Association. So there's, I think, 6 states that are for sure part of the Parade of Homes, and then I think there are subsets, because Oklahoma wasn't one of the ones from that website, but I know like Tulsa had their own. And so I don't know, I guess regionally like they'll do it. Anyway, so Studio McGee did the Crumble Cookies CEO or owner or something.
Founder or something, yeah.
Yeah, and so just seeing the ins and outs of that is crazy. And we also walked around like the $2 million, $3 million home, which is crazy to see, because we've never like been to houses quite like that. But even when we were looking around, we were like, I think, because there's stuff in the house, because we have I guess everything is builder grade. I don't really know. But there's some things that are like, oh, like we just thought that this would have been done like a bit more
precise.
Yeah. And so we go into these like $3 million homes and we see like the same kinds of mistakes. And so we're like, maybe I guess it's just always like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you're building something this big, there's obviously going to be like they're not functionally problems.
Yeah.
They're just aesthetic things that I feel like could be better. So if you're going to spend $3 million and you're still going to have those same exact things.
Yeah, you could do it yourself for some of
for less than $3 million.
Yeah, definitely less than $3 million. So that's been my obsession lately. And if anybody has other recommendations for other channels like Studio McGee, please let me know. Send me an email. Send us an email at hello@4play.com or in the submission form.
Yeah.
On our website. All right.
But thank you guys, so much for listening to that. And once again, thank you to everyone who sent us in their hot takes. We really enjoyed going over those. But we'll go ahead in this podcast here and hit you guys with the outro. Bye.
If you'd like to support the show, you can leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to our podcast. All our information will be listed in the show notes below and on our website, 4play.com. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we make videos and vlogs about the swinging lifestyle. Head to 4play.com/YouTube to watch and subscribe. We have the ultimate adult party game for the sexually inclined called 4Play the Game that's both digital and physical. It's perfect for breaking the ice and spicing up any party. You can find more information at 4play.com/games. We also have the best swinger lifestyle, kinky, and adult humor clothing and accessories that you can find at 4play.com/shop. If you're looking to plan a lifestyle destination, booking through our links at 4play.com/travel really helps support the show and helps us be able to continue to create this type of content for you. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and more. You can find all our current social media accounts at 4play.com/socials, and I have an OnlyFans, which you can find at onlyfans.com/BellaLunaVIP. We also have a Facebook group and Discord community and would love for you to join us. You can find the direct links in the show notes below. Lastly, we're on STC and Cassidy at 4Play, and you can get a free full membership trial by using our link. You can email us at hello@4play.com with any questions or comments, or head to 4play.com/ask. Again, all our information will be listed in the show notes below, and we thank you so much for listening to our podcast. See you in the next one. Bye!